What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what is up? What is going on with everybody today? Welcome to the So What You're Saying podcast. I am your host, Willie Will, as I am every week, back here on the digital airwaves of Facebook, and YouTube, and Twitch, of course. Thank you, Stargazer688 for the follow. As always, I'm here every week on the digital airwaves of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm on YouTube again, I think, just to get the videos. Funny thing is, I want to get the videos up and out, try to get more followers everywhere, trying to make sure I'm good everywhere. Gonna grow everywhere. So what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody enjoyed their week. I hope everybody is going to enjoy their weekend, especially me. And I'll tell you about that a little later on. Of course, I'll tell you about what's coming up on the show. But before we get to there, got to tell you where to find me every week, as always. And I will be changing the bumper screen in just a minute. But of course, I need you to fix your eyes and your ears to this screen and tell you where to find me. And as of course, you can find me, you can email me at sowwhatyoursayin5@gmail.com. That's SOWTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. Email me any questions, any concerns, anything you want to see in the show. Make sure you get it to me in my email. We'll definitely read your emails on the show, and I will definitely respond. As always, you can always find me at Willie Just That Dude Williams on Facebook. So What You're Saying on Instagram. You can find me at So What You're Saying on Twitch. So What You're Saying on YouTube. And if you can't find me anywhere else, you can hit up my link tree. Hit me up. It'll get you to anywhere you need to find me. So what's going on, everybody? Like I said, it's got 1 week to go. It's been a great week. I'm going to be taking some time off after next week from work. Thank Jesus Christ. I need the time off. Definitely going to take some time off from work. Definitely going to take some time to enjoy myself. Always, as always. And I'm going to take some time to, work on the show more, make sure we're all good, make sure everybody can find me where they need to find me, make sure everybody can reach me where they reach me. No problem, Stargazer. Go make your phone call. And just, take some time, relax. When you're doing something like this, and then I'm only doing it once a week, and you're also working a 9 to 5, it's not that easy. People need to understand it really isn't that easy at all. But I'm here, and I'm definitely going to be here for the long haul, as always. Also, if you listen to me on the audio, there's going to be a change to that. Spotify for podcasters has made some type of change, so I've already taken care of that. I will be taking care of more of that later on, as always. But I will make sure that everybody, knows where to find me, get the audio, get the video, and things of that nature. All right, so what's on the show today? So, of course, got to have my stories of the week as some shit that you just see and you just be like, what the fuck? Also, we're going to, of course, give my get the fuck out of here, boy. This one, for this week, is well-deserved and is overdue, and it is definitely time to give the person that damn award. And, I'm going to start off with something cool today because let me say this. I'm a New Yorker, born and bred, lived here all my life, lived here, and I love being here. This is my city. This is what, this is me, 100%. 100%. There's no way other than the way I see it as me being other than a New Yorker. But sometimes you've got to, some people come here and they, don't know. Hey, there's some terminologies they don't understand, things of that nature. So, today I am definitely going to get with some of the terminologies of New Yorkers, of New York and the real New York, as I call it, because New York there's two New Yorks. There's a New York people see on the TV where they think, oh, there's all this violence and crime and all that other stuff, and it don't even be like that. And then there's the real New York. So we're going to get with that, and we definitely going to show you, we're definitely going to show you the two sides of New York. But of course, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody's week been? Like I said, I know mine's has been a little stressful this week, but nothing crazy. Not nothing crazy, but like always, it does get a little stressful at times. And, like everybody, got to make the best of it. So before we get into the show, as always, every week, I got to get on my soapbox and say what I got to say. And this one is going to be a little different. This one's going to be just what it needs to be to say what I need to say. So I had two things. I want to go in two different, not directions, but give you two different things. So I got told at one point, oh, stop with the woe is me attitude. Now, here's my thing. People need to understand that people don't get these attitudes just from out of nowhere. Now, I will say this. There are some people who it's always woe is me and why me and why there is. But I want people to understand the flip side to it. There are some people who keep that attitude, and long and short of it, hey, sometimes you need to get out of that. But then there's the people that cause the people to have that attitude, and then are the ones to say, oh, you shouldn't have that attitude. Why? You caused it. That was your fault. Why is it that I can't have what attitude I have when you caused me to react in a certain situation? And that's for everybody. People need to understand, when you do stuff to people, you've got to remember, they have the right to react whatever way they want to react. That's not fair for you to say they shouldn't have an attitude or shouldn't feel some type of way when you caused it. You caused it. And that leads me to the next thing. People need to understand, when they do stuff to other people, they're not going to be happy with it. They're not going to be happy with you. They're not going to be happy with whatever the situation is. Because at the end of the day, here's where what you have to understand. If you can't allow people to feel the way they want to feel, whether it's the woe is me attitude, whether it's I'm mad at you, whether it's fuck you, or whatever it is, then don't do what you did. This leads me to something I talked about, maybe it was last week. Everything can be worked out. It's a conversation. Don't go around acting like you've said stuff, and then when nobody knows how to react to what you're saying, or you're saying it, throwing it out in the air, that somebody knows exactly how you're feeling. It's not fair. Not fair. Not fair at all. Hold up 1 second. But yeah, it's not fair at all. Not at all. So I want people to realize that woe is me attitude comes from, if it's not something regular, then what did you do to cause that attitude? What exactly did you do? And that's me on my soapbox for today. People need to take accountability for the shit that they do, and then people need to go about the way of fixing it. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. So, we're going to start off the show with something fun today. So, here we go. So, like I said, I'm a born and bred New Yorker. Lived here all my life. There are people who I know that want to come here, who want to visit, who want to see everything that New York is about. But people need to understand that there's New York and then there's the real New York. Now, what I've noticed, I will say that, is that people don't get the fact that New Yorkers have their own slang, their own terminologies, and everything. And you have to be able to get with it. And don't take offense to not understanding what they're saying, because another New Yorker might understand. The reason I bring this up is because one of the stories that came to me, hold on, here it goes, and it was last week I wanted to do it, but I thought this week would be a better week for it. And it's cool. I read, it was a list of 15 expressions you'll only understand if you're from New York. And I ran down the list, and I wanted to run down the list because I felt like, let's see what it is. Let's see what's going on. So we're going to go to the screen. Hold up 1 second. Let me just make sure everybody is good. That's going good. The stream is going there. Good there. The stream is going good here. Great. All right. So let's go to the story. And here we are. The story reads, hold up. This is not good, because I look like oops. That's because I was pressing the wrong button. Here we go. And then Yes, I was definitely pressing the wrong button. Oops. Okay, much better, much better. Wait, I'm just going to. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay, so now, on to the story. So, the story reads, as you can see, 15 expressions you'll only understand if you're from New York. Now, understand something. Ew, didn't mean to do that. Oops, oops. Made a couple mistakes there, folks. So understand, I'm from, like I said, I'm from New York, and these are 15 expressions if you'll only understand if you're from New York. But these are 15 expressions from somebody's point of view, and not exactly 15 expressions you might hear depending on where you're from. All right, so expression number one, forget about it. Now, I will say this. I haven't heard that in a minute. I have not heard it in a minute, but if you're from, that's an Italian Brooklyn thing. Very, very, very Italian, very Brooklyn. And thinking about it today, I'm like, wow, okay, cool. I mean, that is a word that's a New York thing, but it's the way it's got to be said. It's not like we all have general conversation and say forget about it, just forget about it. But here from New York, it's the way it's said. They say forget about it or however you want to do it. I don't have the accent that some of these people have, so for me, it's like okay. But yes, forget about it is definitely a New York word. But it's the way that particular word is said. Let me just say that. All right, moving on to the next one. Cabbie. Now, that is a New York word, but again, that's a Caribbean thing. See, as you know, New York is a melting pot. So that is definitely a Caribbean thing. Because if you stand out if you're in certain areas like Flatbush, Kings Plaza, even over here by where I live, you get guys standing out saying, Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. And they're not real cabs. They're not actual certified New York City taxis for whatever reason, but they do stand out and say cabbie, cabbie, cabbie. So that is a New York word. I'm not even going to lie about that. And I don't know if it's said in any other part of the country, but cabbie is definitely a New York word. The next is the Big Apple. Now, that's a New York thing, but yeah, we do call it the Big Apple. It's our nickname. And as you see, it goes back to the 20. It was symbolized our jazz scene, but people need to understand that word is stuck. And I don't call it the Big Apple. This is New York to me. But the Big Apple, definitely a New York word. Definitely a New York word. Moving on, bodega. Now, yeah, that is definitely a New York word. I don't hear that in other parts of the country. We call our corner stores. Yeah, I'm heading to the bodega. I'm going to the bodega. Yeah, I'm going to get me a juice from the bodega. Yeah, that is definitely New York. I've never ever heard people say bodega in different parts of the country, and even quick story. I went to Myrtle Beach last year. Matter of fact, around this time. Went to Myrtle Beach. Excuse me, needing me some liquid refreshment. Went to Myrtle Beach, and I asked somebody where's their bodega by accident. Forgetting, I'm from New York. They don't know what the fuck a bodega is. They ain't Hispanic. And I went and said bodega straight off. So, yeah, bodega is definitely a New York word. Definitely a New York word. Bridge and tunnel crowd. Yes, that is definitely New York because that's our way of people who come in and out of the city. We call them the bridge and tunnel crowd. That's always been a thing. If you live in Jersey, you come across the GW or you come through either the Lincoln or the Holland Tunnel. So, yeah, we call those the bridge and tunnel crowd. That is definitely a word. People that commute mostly those are people who commute to and from Manhattan for work most of the time. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. The city that never sleeps. Now, I know people around the country be like, yeah, I want to go to visit the city that never sleeps. And this is one of the words that these are one of the cities. Yeah, New York, nah. Even on Sunday. Granted, I usually work Sunday through Thursday. And my restaurant closes at 8 o'clock on Sundays. And I still get people who want to come and get something to eat. Now, granted, everybody's entitled to it, but don't niggas ever sleep? Now, I don't sleep. I'm going to keep it 1,000. I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to, you know what I'm saying? I have a daughter, so I got to find my different ways of getting this bag. But, yeah, this is the truth. City that never sleeps. It definitely is. Definitely is the city that never sleeps. So, yeah, that's one of those words that you need to realize. Oops, I keep switching. I don't know why. Those are one of those words you got to realize that it is what it is. City that never sleeps. All right. Moving on. Let's go down. The subway. Now, I do have a friend that is coming into the city, not next week, but the week after next. And they were worried about the subway. Now, yeah, I know people have seen a lot of stories, and I've even reported on a couple stories of the subway. But I keep telling everybody, driving in New York City is very unnecessary. Now, flip side, New York City Transit need to get their shit together. But driving in the city is very unnecessary. Unless you're working on Long Island or you're coming into the city from Long Island, which then it would be necessary. Or, again, bridge and tunnel crowd coming from different parts, Jersey, Connecticut, whatever. And even coming from Connecticut, depending on where you live, you can get into the city easy on the Metro North. We have the subway. Our subway runs 24/7, 365. With the exception of when we were going through the pandemic, our subway ran all the time. And it keeps running all the time. Again, there's some things New York City Transit need to get up on. But yes, the city that never sleeps, the subway is definitely the way to go. I even have people that live here, I'm not taking the subway. I'm like, shut up. Because you need to take the subway. All right? Yo, let's do the math. Now, again, I know the subway costs $2.90. So you do the math, that's $5.80 going to and from. But here goes the thing. So you're telling me you would rather spend that money on an Uber? Okay, so double that depending on where you live to about $20. And mind you, the rates are higher during rush hour. So you're talking $25 each way if you got to be to work at 9 and you get off at 5 and your trip is within the city somewhere. That's $50 a day. Then let's make it even worse. Now they're going to introduce this congestion pricing, which is $15 to get into the city below 60th Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the subway is the way to go. People need to stop acting. People need to stop acting like the subway ain't the way. I know sometimes it can be crowded. I know sometimes shit happens. But that's anywhere. It's just because it's here in New York, it gets publicized more than anything. But yeah, we call it like, yeah, people like, yeah, I'm going to take the train. I'm going to take the train. Nah, our shit is the subway. The New York City subway. Moving on. Bagel with a schmear. Now, I've never really heard this word. Never heard this terminology. But what it's supposed to be is it's a breakfast bagel with toasted with cream cheese. Now, let me say this. That is a New York breakfast. Bagel or donut, coffee. Now, I don't because of me having diabetes, I try to stay away from the carbs. So a bagel is high in carbs, but I still gotta have that bagel. Definitely gotta have that bagel. Definitely. Moving on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Something important, but I had to look at it. Moving on. Next word, the 5 boroughs. Yes, we have the 5 boroughs. Like, there's people that be like, I live in this town, I live in this town, I live in this. No, we have the 5 boroughs. Brooklyn, as you see at the beginning of every show I do, I have an intro video, and it represents my 5 boroughs. Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island. The 5 boroughs. Come to New York, it's the 5 boroughs. And there we go with that. That's easy and self-explanatory. Now, here's the other thing. Forget about it. That's definitely a New York thing. That's, like I said, that's like an Italian thing. Brooklyn, definitely. Lunch on the go. I think everybody has lunch on the go. We'll move past that one. Tourist trap. Now, it is. Because here's the thing. We have millions and millions, and it just said in the article, we have millions and millions of tourists every year. They come to New York, and us as New Yorkers, man, we try to steer clear of them joints. Because at the end of the day, we ain't tourists. We trying to get to where the hell we trying to go. What is wrong? Move out my fucking way. These niggas is, oh, look at that. Taking their camera. Nah, get the fuck out my way. Get out my way. So, yeah, tourist trap, definitely. Slices and pies, definitely. New York pizza is the shiznit. Everybody talking about Chicago, all that other stuff. No. Slices and pies. That's right. Hot dog with the works. That's right. Go to a truck. You go to one of the trucks in the city. Even out here, yo, let me get a hot dog with the works. And he's right. Mustard, ketchup, sauerkraut, and onions. I don't eat sauerkraut. I don't really eat ketchup, so mine would just be mustard and onions. But that's absolutely right. Hot dog on the go. On the block. There you go. Now, that's a real New York word. That's the last one on this list, but that's definitely a real New York word. But I am going to get to some words that they don't have on this list that are real New York words. So we have things like, yo, it's brick out here in these streets. That when nobody know what that means, but that means it's cold. That means it's cold outside. That means we trying to, you know what I'm saying, niggas is trying, it's definitely cold outside and stuff like that. There's other words that I want to get into because they mean other stuff, and it's stuff that I just realized you don't want to say on the airways, but that's really what it is. And those are New York words, and I will agree that we do have words that most people don't use in other parts of the country. So there's the 15. Again, a couple of them I was like, but that is absolutely, positively correct. All right, so now that we've got that, let's get to this week's, of course, In My Mind series. As you know, there's songs I play every week that I've been that I might have been at work or might have been on my way to work, and these songs clicked a different vibe in me at that particular point. So, here we go. First song. Everybody should know. It's by my man Kung Fu Kenny. It's not a song that most people play. But it's by, I heard it on a actual video game that I was playing. Forgot which NBA 2K it was on, but I love the song. And it kind of describes how I feel about people when they don't take their time and take care of their business. Because sometimes what you may be trying to do, it's a now or never thing. So here we go, my man Kung Fu Kenny.
We on? Alright. 1, 2, 3, go!
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage, and
We on? Alright. 1, 2, 3, go!
waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage, and never heard peace till you hear people scream your name in unison. I'm so far away from the.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, let me go here. Because I know why it's keeps stalling out. And I don't like that. I definitely don't like that. There it is. Okay. See, I don't like playing it on YouTube
On to the sushi.
because I gotta deal with these
Love Wegmans
commercials.
sushi.
Look at how absolute. We on?
But
Alright.
here we go.
1, 2, 3, go!
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another big stage, and never heard peace till you hear people scream your name in unison. I'm so far away from the place I used to be, struggling usually. Look at the new me, fate pursuing me. I can feel the energy in the air. It feel like I'm supposed to be here.
Everywhere I go, I'm getting so much love from fans to stars. Everyone saying how they can't wait for the OP. And I'm gonna blow, they believe in me.
So there you go. My man Kung Fu Kenny, or as some of you guys know him as, Kendrick Lamar with Now or Never. I love that song. Everything for people need to understand that sometimes it is now or never. Sometimes, you need to make the moves you need to make them to move. And it has to be now or never. So I want people to understand that that song actually means a lot to me. And it has the added addition that it has Mary J. Blige on it. So you can't get no wronger. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. All right, moving on. Next song. I tell people this all the time, but I tell them in a very derogatory manner a lot of times. Because sometimes you have to tell them that. You have to tell them. Because sometimes it just be like, yo, come on, man. Like, really? Like, this really what it is? So, this song, love this song. So, people, this the next song. And sometimes you have to tell people what it is.
Such a remarkable sound. Yeah, such a remarkable sound. Flip mode, get down. Now, yeah, check it out. Such a remarkable sound. Bust the rhymes coming through, get down. What's the deal now? Yeah. Are you ready to get on? Ooh, me. And for such a reaction, making motherfuckers go ooh wee. It's like a group of happy children. Yo, it's such a feeling to see all of my live niggas carry on now. Oh, see how I be getting so passionate. I get a thrill even when I bust my gun off by accident. The God bless glory, success story. White boy Billy put a stash up in my armrest for me. The way I fuck shit up, it's like a fuck fest for me. I get on last and demolish everything before me. We run shit and that's a fact now. You whack now. And ain't no fucking turning back now. So relentless. I won't even let you niggas finish your fucking sentence. Call for my niggas like a school attendance. And then I strike with a fucking vengeance. Finger on my trigger. Figure I blast every last one of you bitch niggas. So, bitch nigga just, you need to just. Police who try to close the club, you really should. You need to just, bitch, if you ain't got your own dough, you need to just, you really should. And if you frontin' like you really lie, and you know you not, you need to just, the One World Alliance.
So there you go. That's my man Busta Rhymes with Get Out. He the only thing missing, they should have said, get the fuck out of here. Get out, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but sometimes, you forget that. You forget those parts. All right. So the last song in this batch, I want to get something for the ladies in here. And hold on, let me find it. Let me just. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so sometimes you meet somebody in your life and they make you so happy that they become that one person. And that one person changes your life so much. And they make you just the happiest you've ever been. But I'm about to take you back, ladies, because this is the one that you all
Find
love.
gifts that say, I love your style on Macy's Gift
And
Finder.
you
Plus,
will
our Mother's Day sale is going
say
on
to
now.
this person,
Enjoy-
this right here. Let's go.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else, let me like you do. That's why I don't mind to spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world, don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long.
There you go, Aaliyah, 1 in a million. And I can't tell you how beautiful that song is. Rest in peace to Aaliyah. I mean, what more can you say about that? All right. So let's move on. Let's get to these stories. You know, this shit is getting out of hand with people, with the cops busting into people's house and killing people. And here goes a great example of why the cops need to be held accountable every time they do something, and it costs a loss of life where there's no loss of life that needed to be that needed to happen. Let's go to the report. This is from The City. Headline reads, "Please don't shoot my mom. Body cam footage shows rapidly escalating moments before cops killed Wynn Rosario." And the story reads, the mother and brother of Wynn Rosario, a Queens teen in mental distress, begged police officers not to shoot before they fired multiple fatal rounds at him, according to the video released by State Attorney General Letitia James on Friday. The distressing body camera footage took place in late March in Ozone Park after Rosario called 911. Comes less than a day after the city reported the family was frustrated and had called on the police to release the videos and names of the officers. NYPD Chief of Patrol John Chell had defended the killing, noting that the 19-year-old grabbed a pair of scissors from a drawer and moved towards the officers. The released footage confirms that, but it also shows how the situation rapidly escalated, with officers Matthew Chick, don't know how to pronounce that last name, and Salvatore Alonghi tasing and then fatally shooting Rosario. Within 3 minutes of the arrival at the home, the video released by the Attorney General's office lists only the officers' last names. So, here goes my thing. And I'm going to say this as such. I feel like I understand why they had to shoot him. I'm not going to, justify loss of life at any point. Because loss of life is never good. But here's my thing. Could that not have been handled a different way? I understand the whole thing with him grabbing a pair of scissors out the drawer and moving towards the police. But here's my thing. It's 2 against 1. On top of which, didn't you just hear the young man say, yo, don't shoot my moms? Don't kill my moms? And from what the report says, he was having a mental issue. He had a mental breakdown. So he lost his life because of a mental illness. I mean, is there not another way we could have handled this? This is what I'm saying about the cops and accountability. I have no problems if there's a situation where, hey, yeah, you gotta gut them down. But in a situation like this, a loss of life is not necessary. And they said they tased him. So you're saying that y'all didn't have enough voltage in y'all taser guns to take him down? So you had to kill him? Like I said, the lack of accountability for certain things is just amazing to me where it comes to the police. It's amazing to me. And at the end of the day, there's nothing more I can say about that. Moving on. If anybody thought Karens don't exist anymore, or Karens are, you've got to look at this one. Because here's my thing. We're, as men, taught to not put our hands on a woman. But when they do it to us, it's okay. So we're just supposed to back away. Well, this shit like this that happens, I don't know. Let's just go to the report. It is from, let me get to the N-Stars. And the headline reads, Seattle white woman threatens to fight black man at McDonald's for parking too slow in viral video. Get out of your car, boy. And the story reads, in a recent viral video, white woman is seen taunting black man in West Seattle McDonald's parking lot because, according to her, he parked his car too slowly. Referring to the man as boy, so disrespectful, the belligerent woman claims she's so ready to fight club this shit while repeatedly pacing back and forth in an aggressive manner. The video begins with the woman seen in a gray t-shirt and green jacket charging towards his vehicle when the man behind the camera warns her, "Get away from my car." Clips of the altercation can be viewed here and here. So here, we're going to go to a clip of the altercation. And here we go. Hold up.
Boy's son!
Go somewhere, crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. Get out of your car now.
You don't
Yeah,
want me to
eat your McDonald's.
You don't
Get
want
out of
me
your
to
car,
anything.
asshole.
Get your order straight. eat. You see my car versus your car.
You're eating McDonald's? Go to
You see
school.
my car versus your
Go
car.
to-
Bye.
I
Bye.
make $1 million a year. You
But you eat at
fucking
McDonald's.
Son. No, I'm not eating at McDonald's. I was getting a coffee at McDonald's. You?
That's not
$2
eating.
bill?
That's not eating. Take your ass on.
Get out of your car, pussy.
Go
Get out of your
home.
car.
Go home.
I'm here. No,
Go home.
come on.
Go home, Miss Washington. Take your ass home.
Come on. No, get your ass out of your car. Are you gonna post this? Because you look like a pussy right now. A pussy with your get a degree. Go to school. Go to school. Oh, I'm putting it on the internet.
Yo,
Really?
get away from my car. Get away from my car.
Come on.
Get away.
So there's the first part. Hold on, I gotta see part 2 of this shit. Cause this shit funny. Come on. Ah, there it is. Hold on, let's go to the second part.
On the internet.
Yo,
Really?
get away from my car.
I'm not near your car. Your white ass car. Let's go. No, pussy. Pussy. You're a pussy. You're a pussy.
Get away from my
You're
car.
a pussy. I'm not touching your
You smell like
right
pussy.
to your car.
You smell like pussy.
No, I
Get
don't.
get away from my
You
car.
only wish you could have this, dumb fuck. Get out of your car. Come on.
This bitch bugging.
Come on. Dumb fuck.
Look at this.
Like I have your car. Much less expensive, dickhead. Come on. What a pussy. You're a pussy. A pussy. You are a pussy. Put that on me. Put it on Instagram. All this stuff. I'm a pussy because this woman is. I'm a
done
pussy.
yet?
I won't even get out of my
You done
car.
yet?
I'm a pussy.
You done yet?
No, I'm not done yet. Till you get out of your car and stand up against me. Let's go.
You
Come
done
on.
yet? Can you go somewhere else? Look,
I'll
people
go
are trying.
anywhere.
People
to
are trying
beat
to.
your ass,
people
I'll
are-
go anywhere
people
to
are
beat
trying-
your ass.
Oh my God! People are trying to get in their car.
Go ahead. I'm not. I have no beef with her. I have a beef with you. Get out of your car, you little pussy. Okay. All right. You know what? You are like every other man and. Oh, I'm putting it on the internet. Really?
All right, so there you go. Listen. Had he got, he's very smart. Because had he got out of his car, that'd have turned into something else. And he possibly could have lost his life. So I'm happy he didn't get out of his car. I am very happy he did the smart thing. And he, hey, listen. That could have gone left real quick. But it didn't. And this is why us as black people need to realize, videotape these Karens. Let them know, listen, we ain't with it. We ain't with it. And I'm glad that all he did was be like, yo, get away from my car. I'm eating McDonald's. Get away from my car. I am so happy he was calm. He didn't let anything go beyond what he did. And that's just that. All right. So moving on to my next batch of songs. Of course, in my mind series, you can't go no wrong with that. So, so this song is for my club goers. I played this song for a lot of my young employees, and I ended up going way far. I played this song for some of my young employees and they don't understand. It's a song that has no meaning, but they don't realize that this is a great song. Of course, they want to listen to Drake. They want to listen to that dumb shit that has no kind of sense. But songs like this, I love. I like Miguel. I like his voice. And I love this song. So here we go. Oh, but of course. Still. Anyway, let me. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said. But anyway, not going to get frustrated.
When we discover the power that's in our hands, we
Just
find the
going to-
motivation to make and the confidence to build. Because when we build, we become stronger than
Don't
the
like
tools
these
we carry.
goddamn commercials on. So there you go. How many drinks? Miguel. The remix has Kung Fu Kenny on it. Kendrick Lamar, that's my shit. And yeah, that's for the party goers. Those for people who understand really what that man is talking about. And there you go. How many drinks? The next song, before I get back to these stories and give my get the fuck out of here word, it's a throwback. And I love this song. And when they made a remix to this song, I knew it was on. So,
on to the sushi.
of
I
course,
love
gotta get
Wegmans
the
sushi.
YouTube.
Look at how absolutely
Advertisement.
insane this looks.
Yo, after the night, remix. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. That's my for real.
Man, I'm a player. Girl, you don't have to call. 6 G's in my sock, so I have to ball. Luda, without words, I'll let the beat breaker. Then hit the liquor store and them switch the sweet maker. Yeah, me and some friends. Close as the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I'ma be alright tonight, we down south, but I plan to get head straight up like alfalfa.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys. I not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, I thought the world of you, but you're so steady leaving, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face.
There you go, Usher. You don't have to call. I mean, what else do you need? What else? What else do you need to know about that? All right. Moving on. Wait, hold on. Let me just set up this next story. So, I want people to understand. This is another reason why police need to be held accountable. We're going to go to the story. It's from CNN US, and it says, man who died in custody told officers he couldn't breathe. Hear how officers responded. The officers in this situation, something has to happen. Hold on one sec.
4 years ago this month, George Floyd was murdered by a police officer who knelt on his neck and kept kneeling even after Floyd said several times that he could not breathe. Next week, a family in Ohio will bury a man who died after he told an officer who had a knee on his back for about 30 seconds that he could not breathe. His name was Frank Tyson. He was 53 years old. He crashed his car into a pole and then went to a meeting hall nearby. And Canton police officers found and arrested him. We're going to show you the video, but a warning, this is disturbing. Well, after the officers forced him to the floor and handcuffed him, Tyson said, "I can't breathe," at least 7 times within a minute, including after the officer's knee was off his back. Listen now to one officer's response. After Tyson stopped speaking, 5 minutes after Tyson stopped speaking, the officers started CPR responsive. Canton police started 2 officers involved. Canton police say 2 officers involved on administrative leave pending an investigation by the Ohio Attorney General's Bureau of Criminal Investigation.
What the hell? Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. Something happened with the audio. Why is it?
Officer's response.
Why is it doing that?
He was 53 years old.
Well, you get it. Hold up. This is not good. Why is the audio acting like this? Hold on one sec. Let's try this again. Let's see something.
Years ago this month,
I don't know why it's feedbacking like that, but you get the general idea. This man crashed his car and then went to a meeting hall. They wanted him out. Whoever the white people was, they want him out because you could tell the lady in that front was the lady that could you get him out of here? And he said, I'm not going to. And then he's like, yeah, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Now, yeah, he was going a little too far. But here you go. The man says, I can't breathe. And the officer says, oh, you're fine. That's what he said. He said, oh, you're fine. Really? This is how we do it? That's what I'm trying to say, yo. I don't care who it is. They need to, I don't know if they've got to retrain these officers or whatever have you, but there is no reason why you should be saying, yo, you should be like, yo, you know what? You know what? I'm going to call the ambulance. If he's telling you he can't breathe, you already got him cuffed. You already got the man cuffed. What? Why is he? Where he going? Where is he going? And this happened in Ohio. Where is he going? But again, I digress. Again, another thing where the police need to be held accountable, especially when all the man said was, I can't breathe. How hard is it for that? How hard? Somebody tell me. How hard is it for people to understand that this man said he couldn't breathe and all they had to do was get him medical treatment? I mean, what else you gonna do? All right, so last story before we get to my get the fuck out of here award. You know, stars need to realize, yo, you always on candid camera. Well, at least this one is a story in self-defense. This is definitely a story of self-defense. Let's move to the reporting from Bossip. Headline reads, Escalator Regulator. Jim Jones balling body slams bully in viral airport brawl with two men. Rapper calls post-fight fade self-defense. Article reads, well, that escalated quickly. The only thing louder than Kendrick Lamar's latest Drake diss is the viral bloody body slam Jim Jones delivered while fighting off two men on an airplane escalator. What was it? The braids? Yo, these niggas try to do the dumbest shit. Anyway, it says, while other rappers were beefing in the booth and their tweets, Jim Jones was throwing We Fly High haymakers in the streets. It doesn't get much more real in the field than risking it all with an airport brawl. But Jimmy says it was self-defense. He fought off not one, but two alleged aggressors at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. According to TMZ, before the three men could reach the lower level, all hell broke loose on the escalator. It is unclear how the fight started, but it looks like one man behind Jim had already gotten physical with him before the clip began. The commotion from what appeared to be a swing and miss at the Love and Hip Hop alum knocked at his hat. It was probably his hat off. In return, the rapper picked up the attacker and Diplomat dropped him on the head. Literally, Jim Jones had to body slam somebody, and there's videos, and I'm sure everybody has seen him. He had to body slam a guy on the escalator and give these niggas a fade. Now, Bossa, whoever wrote this, you need to smack them in their face. But basically, Jim Jones got into an altercation with two guys. They tried to jump him for whatever reason, I don't know. And he body slammed one of them on the escalator. That's what he get. That's what that guy gets. See, people need to stop trying to antagonize stars so that they can catch him on video and then later on, yo, I'm suing this guy. No, nigga. No. No motherfucking no. Leave these people alone. They're human beings just like the rest of us. You going to the airport, you going to fly to go somewhere, you know, you might be going, he might be going home to his family. He might be going to get a bag. But what beef do you got with him? Y'all not even in the same fucking tax bracket. Not even. And this is what you do? Yo, I'm not understanding people. Leave stars alone. They are allowed. I understand that these people are, you know, they live their lives in a public way, but they are entitled to get to where they need to go without being fucked with. And now this guy is getting exactly what he deserves because you fucked with him for no reason whatsoever. All right, let's get to, of course, every week, got to give this. Got to give this. As you can see, the Get the Fuck Out of Here award. You know, this week's award has to go to this guy. And everybody knows that January 6th was a dark time in this nation's history. You had people trying to storm the Capitol and overthrow the will of election to try to stop the certification of the election of Joe Biden's win. At the behest of Donald J. Trump. But when we wanted to investigate, motherfuckers just didn't want to do it. Didn't want to cooperate. None of that. In normal human history, if I was here and I went to the door and they issued me a subpoena of some sort, it's lawful. I would have to give up whatever they subpoenaed me to testify. They subpoenaed me to give up some records, all of that. I'd have to give it up. But you just can't say, yo, I'm not going to fucking go into contempt. I'm going to say, yo, fuck you. I'm not giving up. And then it's not like he said it to anybody. He said it to the fucking U.S. Congress. Like, you just can't do that. If that was normal people, just like I said, we'd have been fucked. And now he's getting fucked. Let's go to the report. From the Mirror, U.S. says Trump ally Steve Bannon headed to jail as he loses contempt conviction appeal. Former chief strategist for Donald Trump, Steve Bannon, is going to jail after an appeals court upheld his conviction for contempt of Congress. The Trump ally was slapped with a 4-month sentence after refusing to cooperate with Congress a congressional investigation into the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6th. The sentence was put on hold pending the appeal court decision. Bannon argued that his refusal to hand over evidence in good faith as he was simply following legal advice. However, the court seems to disagree. Bannon insists that willfully should be interpreted to require bad faith and argues that his noncompliance does not qualify because his lawyer advised him not to respond to the subpoenas, wrote Judge Bradley Garcia. The judge underscored the court's use of the word willfully, which he explained essentially meant the same as deliberately. I don't even, not even going to read any more of this story because we know what the fuck happened. Steve Bannon had information. Congress asked him to come in. He said no. Congress subpoenaed him. He said no. Now that ass got locked. Now that ass gets convicted of contempt of Congress. And now that ass is going to jail. Plain and simple. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. He should have been in jail while he was appealing. Peter Navarro, the other guy who got convicted of the same thing, that ass is in jail. But he got lucky. Now his ass is going to jail. Like he should have when he got convicted. Plain and simple. They asked you for something. You said no. They subpoenaed you. You said no. Pay the price. Go to jail. Plain and simple. So, Steve Bannon, on your way to a federal prison.
Get the fuck out of here!
Steve Bannon.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hold up 1 second. Steve Bannon.
Get the fuck out of here!
And that's all I got to say about that. All right, folks. Sorry for the late start, but it's done now. We're here. We're at the end. I had fun as always. And as always, I hope you enjoy. I hope those who watch this replay on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're going to watch it, on Twitch, I hope you guys had fun. But of course, as always, got to know where to find me at. As always, so fix your face to the screen. And you can email me at sowwhatyousaying5@gmail.com. That's SOWUTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. You can email me questions, compliments, anything you want to find out. And we will definitely get it read on the show. You can also find me at Willie Just That Dude Williams, where we stream every week on Facebook. So What You're Saying on Instagram. So What You're Saying on Twitch. And you can also now find me on YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube. Watch the replay. Let's get it in that algorithm. And if you can't find me anywhere, just always know that you can hit up my link tree and you can find me anywhere you need to. So as every week, those folks watching on Twitch will get a raid. We are going to raid Christopher Juicy Herman. And for those of you on YouTube and Facebook, I will see you next week. But before we go, last song in my mind series this week. And, you know, I feel like, wait, hold on, let me find it. Oh man, that album is removed? Wow. Yeah, I'm just finding out a lot of albums have been removed from for my title, but I'm going to find. They'll probably be back at some point. Licensing deal probably ran out. That's just that. So this week's, I'm going to end on a positive note. I sometimes I need inspiration. And I think sometimes we all need some inspiration. So this song is going to be very inspirational, and it's very inspirational to me. I want everybody to have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. I will be relaxed and on and vacationing. We will be back next week. Until then, here is my inspirational song to finish out the show.